Test, 1, 2. Good. Good morning, everybody. We're 1 minute to start off today's session. Today is August the 8th, and the Computer Information Technology Department's advising session for the summer 2015. We'll get started shortly. All right. We just took a quick minute here to test. On my end, I can see the number of viewers, but it's kind of weird. I'm testing here. I'm pretty sure there's more people on, and thank you for watching. Those of you who follow up afterwards. Um, I'm viewing here on my cell phone, and I have a computer out there in the living room space for the general use of all the family folk, who's also viewing, but it's not showing here as a viewer. So it's just weird how that. I mean, I would expect for anybody who's watching to show up here as a number of viewers, but just so I have a sense of how many times I need to go in and jump to the house cleaning items, which I need to mention now. If you are joining from Google Hangout, I should be able to see you here as one of the folks who are actively logged in and joining the session, but right now only see me. As I mentioned, I am running 2 different tasks, and I'm not logged in on my accounts on the browsers, and I'm not viewing any viewers. So I can only hope that we've got enough folks in here. Maybe if I do it this way, maybe that number would change. Nope. No, that didn't change either. Well, that's interesting. Now, if you need to ask any question or interact with this session in any way, there's a questions pane on the right-hand side that you can interact with. If you're watching from YouTube channel, there is a comment section on the bottom of the video. Today is the 8th, so that's not going to work. Here we go, the 8th. And there is a all comment section at the bottom of that viewing screen that you can ask questions there. And if you're in the events page for the CIT department, you should also be able to post your comments there as well. Okay, just a few house cleaning items. And at the end of the presentation, I'll find some point during this presentation to tab over and look at the comments to see if there's any outstanding questions. But if I get really excited and on a roll, I'll leave that to the end. In the end, we show you the contacts for different programs that we have. Okay, shall we get started? All right, the presentation was put together by these 2 fine professors, Mike Popolo and Jefferson Fernandez, and in collaboration with a whole bunch of other folks, the Transfer Affairs Advising Center, Career Services, UMass Boston Professor Wei Zhang, and Professor Shu, and the dean's office, and a slew of other folks that help put this together. But these two are the leads. Okay, here's as we go through this session, have these few things in mind. What is your current major? What is your short-term goal? If you're from employment, you're seeking a degree, or you're seeking to transfer to a Bachelor of Science. And this here, having these in mind as we go through, is going to help you find out what a degree and what is it that we can help you with. Um, Instead of just coming in with, oh, I just need help, but we need to know what. And this here will help us focus those questions. Okay. Here's the table of contents of what we're gonna cover. Some stats and facts. CIT view on the workforce. CIT threefold mission about industry exams and what we do about it. Career tracks. Stackables transferring. What you should be doing next, right now and right away, and some conclusion. All right. So stats and facts. Bunker Hill is among the largest as among the region's largest colleges. We have 14K plus students. The semester is a little lower because enrollment is low, and enrollment is low because what we think and what we're being told is that you guys working. There are more students out there having jobs this semester than in the past several years, and that's great for you, and we're really happy. Um, um, but you going back to work, it's less people going back into to school. Um, the idea is to go back to work and you continue school, right? Which is another fact. As the as the summer, excuse me, as the fall semester comes up now in September, this month now, the month of August, there will be a lot of courses being cut due to low enrollment. So after this presentation, go go ahead and start registering right away, because you could be that one student, that one person that saves that class from being cut. Okay. Also, we are the most affordable, mentioning in enrollment. We are the most affordable college in the region at 3.3K IE. Compare that to Northeastern. Mm. All right. Over 100 certificates and degree programs. And a matter of fact, the CIT department has 24 plus degrees and programs. If you look at it, about 20%. 67 people call and 50% are women. All right. So the threefold mission is delivering computing education for all BHC students, transferring to four-year institutions for BSs and or BAs, baccalaureate type of degrees, and preparing the workforce preparation, or preparing for the workforce with our certificates and associate degrees. And we do that with a very strong connection with our academies. Now, here's the thing about the academies. Um, how do you keep up with the new technology? Well, we do that with a partnership with the academies. When Cisco has new curriculum for the CCNA, we get the new curriculum data, what is needed in the networking industry. When Oracle comes up with new curriculum, say, hey, you know what? These are the new features and techniques on database administration, on database programming, on the querying and related tables. Well, we get a new curriculum from them. So our instructors are the professionals in these areas that we deliver the content to, and we are trained by these folks. Okay, so you get the best by coming here with us. So education for all Bunker Hill students in information computing technology. We do that in several ways. The primary way we do that is by CIT 110 Computer Applications and Concept course. That is offered in 40 sections every semester, about understood. This semester might be a little lower, but it's on average is 40 sections. Imagine 40 courses of that same one. Also with Microsoft Office applications, operating systems, program forensics, database, medical office administration, among others. And we do that with collaboration with these other departments, business administration, criminal justice, for our forensics tracks, as an example, computer media technology, and medical imaging. All right, so our second mission, that was still in the first mission, that's giving information technology across for our students. Now, second mission, preparing students to transfer to four-year schools in information computing technology, Baccalaureate. I like that word, Baccalaureate. All right. We'll do that in 4 ways, and it's the fourth type of degrees that we have. We have 2 associates in arts and 2 associates in science. Associates in arts and computer science, and associates in science in computer science. AA in computer information systems, and an AS in information technology. And we'll later on, when we get into the transfer section of this presentation, we'll go in depth in each one of these. Okay. And there's one missing here. There's an AS in medical imaging administration. Third mission, workforce preparation as associate degrees. Okay. And we have here networking technology administration is a Cisco curriculum based. Database design is Oracle. Computer supports from Microsoft curriculum. Digital forensics investigation, we have forensics examiners. Yeah, forensics professionals in the forensic field teaching our forensics courses. Okay, these are the folks that do the digital forensics when there's a crime or when there's a need, maybe corporate espionage type of thing. And they're also the ones who go to court and testify at court that in a sensitive situation. And those are the folks that teaches for us, and they're really great folks, great guys too. All right, so the Internet Information Security, this is lined up with the National Security Agency. The technical name is Center for Academic Excellence. Google it, Center for Academic Excellence. So we are this degree is in line with cybersecurity framework at the NSA, or we are getting it in line. Okay, we're very short to completion. Object-oriented programming. I think we have 20 plus years of experience among our faculty who does software development. All right, so here we go. About stackables, we're gonna spend pretty good time on stackables here. Entry-level skills. We have entry-level skills certificates. We have mid-level skills certificates, and we have other emerging technologies. Or in entry-level, here's a small list. It's PC hardware support, Microsoft applications, medical office support, health information technology. And for the mid-level skills, we got Cisco CCNA, Cisco HIN, database administration. It focuses on big data and business intelligence. And big data, a few keywords is R and RStudio, predictive analysis, and I think I'm going to stop there. So you can do a keyword search for those topics. Okay, digital forensics and information technology security, mobile applications. Now this mobile applications is Android. Right now we have Android. We're working on Apple and Windows. Okay, medical information management and medical information management assistant, which is also a degree, which we have to update the other slide. All right, so we have we mentioned before we are very strong with our vendors, and the curriculum that we get are in line with industry certifications. So for example, the CCNA is comprised of 4 courses. So you take these 4 courses, intro to networking, routing and switching, wireless LAN, and another one. And by the end of these 4 courses, you can you qualify. You are qualified to sit down and take the Cisco networking, the CCNA exam. Matter of fact, Cisco said, you know what? Let's break this exam into 2. So after the first 2 courses, you can sit down for what's called a CCNT 1. And after you take the other 2 courses, you can sit down for the CCNT 2. This is all to better prepare you as an entry level. Let's go back to this here. In the um, entry level position or entry level certificate, faster to the workforce. Okay. Um, and an example, Cisco, Oracle. There are industry exams for Oracle as well, for Microsoft, Linux, or the LPI, Linux Professional Institute, and many of other ones. Most of our curriculum are in line with standard industry certification requirements. Okay, and we cover all those domains. So it was only logical to say, hey, why are we sending our students to other testing centers in other uh, um, institutions or exam places? Why not send them to here, Bunker Hill? I mean, you're taking the courses here, might as well take the industry exams here as well. So that's what we did. We contacted with Pearson VUE, and we testing center, and we implemented in the Bunker Hill Assessment Center. However, um, it was ill-equipped to handle the industry certification, so it's being relocated to a new building. A new building which is being built um, uh, or is being configured for this purpose. And these are some of the certifications that we have administered. All right, so career track options. We have 2 entry points. You can come in the career certificate, or you can come in into associate's degree. And then all of that could transfer over to a baccalaureate if you are interested in that. Now let's cover the asterisks first. I'm going to change the format here because we've been procedural, top down, but let me skip here a little bit. The first asterisk, the Cisco CCNA certificate, 16 credits. It is considered, well, by being 16 credit and fast tracks, considered in the entry level skills, but it can also be used in the mid-level or reskilling. No, I'll take that back. It's entry level, but it's not listed in that first page. Okay, excuse me. Now, before you even think of these 2, well, yeah, you can think of these 2 and do this up here at the same time. In the fall or spring, you got to be admitted to Bunker Hill. Sometimes there's a few sprinkle students that does this in the summer. You got to complete your college and financial aid applications. You got to take the AccuPlacer test, especially here at Bunker Hill. We need to know what you're reading and writing and arithmetic, math skills are before we can kind of place you in this course. Some of this course has reading and math prerequisites, so you got to take the AccuPlacer so we can know if you have to take those or not. And if you don't know where or when you want to go into computer information technology, there is a delay option in the application, at least for ours. Okay. Now, after you do all that, you in the gist and in the doing and filling all the stuff up, we can kind of get carried away and forgot about a few things. And here's a quick reminder. Those questions that we asked in the beginning, what is your major? And what are you looking for? What is your short-term goal? Is it employment? Is it a degree? Is it a transfer to a BS or BA? This is where we kind of need you to go back and rethink those questions. And before we go and cover these tracks, Okay, you have to explore your own career tracks and job opportunities. I cannot tell you what you need to do. You need to find out what you want. Well, I cannot tell you what you want or what you need. You need to tell us what your interests are, so that we, with our experience, we can try to find out how to help you based on the tools and resources that we have available for us. So these here, use these two here, these two links as tools to better find out if we have, or what you are on now is what you want, you know? So if you're interested in, you think you want to go into big data or database or mobile application development. If you're a current student, go to Career Connect and log into Career Connect and look at the jobs. They are related to database, data entry, um, statistical analysis, and such. Uh, Likewise, with the Cisco CCNA, look for CCNA, the name of the certificate, or CSANT, or networking administration, and such. Into mobile Android mobile development, do the same thing. Look for Android, look for Apple, look for Windows Phone, and app builder or whatever. Those type of keywords. If you're a current student, and even if you're a current student, feel free to go to LinkedIn, Indeed.com, Dice, USA Jobs, and any of those job search engines, and do the same keyword searches. Read the job description. Is that something you're comfortable with doing day in and day out for 5 days a week, 40 hours? Well, technically, it ends up being more than 40 hours if you're really dedicated, but and depending on the company. Um, so do that. Go to salary.com and see what or the state. I think Massachusetts has salary database for certain areas, for most areas, and you can like compare the salary of what we're talking about here for what's currently on the market, and you're gonna see that we know our stuff. Okay, not to brag too much, but you're the one. You're the one who's gonna live your life. I mean, no one else can live your life for you. So you're the one walking your shoes. Do the research. Make sure you do something that you feel comfortable and you like, and it brings joy to your life. Okay. All right. So consider the financial and timeline implications as follows. So for the career certificate track, it is the shortest time to employment. I mean, with 16 to 28, actually 29, 16 to 29 credits. I mean, that's a really fast turnaround on skill building. All right, especially in a new area. If you're a hardcore database person and you're like, you know what, I hate this job now. I want to change to something new. I want to go into information security. So yeah, we have a entry level here, a certificate, entry level skill certificate that gets you into that uh, area of interest. All right. There are internship available, lowest cost option. The internship here, we have a career services. Same thing here. Go to Career Connect and do a search for internships and jobs. Most of the stuff in Career Connect should be, could be, would be considered internship. Okay, and it's more catered to our students. And our partnership with the local businesses who post their job recs in there understand that it is a low cost option. 16 to 28 credits. It's very attractive uh, to build up the quick skills in a new area. And most courses are included in the Associates of Science career track. Boom. So all of this here, all of the credits here will transfer into the AS degree. Now the AS degree, there is a 42 credit transfer when we go to the baccalaureate. Sometimes it could be less and sometimes could be more depending in the institution. Okay, but it is a 2-year commitment, the associate's degree. There is employment availability, but just like in the real world, it's a competition. against among your peers. All right, one job, two job positions, and you have 200, 300 people applying. Okay, 60 plus credits for the associates. Internships are available, the same deal as the certificate track. And it's a moderate cost option, but most courses are transferable, the 42 credits plus and minus a few, to a baccalaureate. Now, baccalaureate is a great option to seek further, but the time you towards the end of your associates, we kind of hope that you are also working, right? That you are in the job market and you are actively member of the job market in the discipline of your choosing, and that you are taking courses either online or in the weekend or in the evening or even during the day. Maybe you have a good understanding um, with your employer that allows you to go in a little later and take a morning class. Now, all of these are options that our students have exercised, and we kind of like, of course, that you go and you are working in the field that you are studying, which is the greatest thing ever for especially me and my colleagues to know. But also that you continue in that lifelong education. Okay, you got to continue learning. You can't stop. Now, in the BS degrees or BA degrees, they are applied IT and computer science, um, but they are a higher cost option. By the time you're here, you're going to be working, and maybe your company has a good benefit that cover for courses, right? Um, a longer term benefits and a BA and BSs, they do track into UMass Boston, UMass Amherst, UMass Lowell, Salem State, and others. Okay. Now the triple asterisks here, we do have more articulations in progress. Articulations on agreement. We have an agreement with UMass Boston stating that our IT transferred to them, and these are the courses that we agreed that's going to transfer 100% to there. It makes a transfer very, very easy for our students. All right, stackables. I'm going to take a quick jump here to see the comments area. Let's make sure I'm not ignoring anybody. Nope, I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay. All right, stackables. Stackables are interesting. For the longest time, which song came to my mind, for the longest time from the Four Seasons, I believe. Anyways, the stackable, for the longest time, when you go into university or college, all you see was a degree. You gotta go in and you work on the degree and you go top down, right? The general education, and then some of the focus courses in the discipline, and then more of the advanced courses in the discipline, and go on and on and on. But it would take like 4 years. Even in Bunker Hill, a long time ago, it was just most of it was, I believe, was the degree option. But we said, you know what? Uh, we need to cater more to the workforce. That's to our students for the workforce and our partnerships um, in the local community. So, how about if we break this down? Well, we have the entire degree here. If you imagine the degree grade going all the way down here and including all of this stuff, plus the educational like English, math, area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about if we break this down into one mid-level skills, boom, and an entry-level skills, boom, and that's what we did. And the market said, well, we don't want to go for the entire associate's degree. I just want to come in and get mid-level skills in networking. So we said, we went into industry and said, okay, what do you guys consider to be mid-level skills? Boom, and that's it. Okay. Then we went back into industry and said again, what do you consider to be entry-level skills in networking? Bam, this is it. Okay. And that's how the stackables came up. Now, uh, again, go do your career track opportunities. You have these certificates and degree here. Go do a career track and search on these. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means exactly that. So we just cut this into segments. The entry level Cisco CCNA Fast Track, all these courses are inside the Network Administration Certificate mid-level skills, and all of these courses are inside the degree itself. Okay, and all of these would transfer. There's another arrow, imaginary arrow here, that goes to whatever university, primary to the universities we have an agreement with for transfer, and then other universities, other colleges and universities. All right, so that's how the stackables work here. Now, I believe I coined this term, strong base stacking. Um, and let me go back real quick here. So this here, the network technologies is a Cisco-based curriculum. Most of these courses here are focused on Cisco, specifically down here. All right, these 90% here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 courses is the entire CCNA. All right, so the first 2 is for the CCENT, and the second 2 prepares you for CCENT 2 or the CCNA. All right, and the other 2 is just information that you need before you get into these courses. All right. Now, most of these, all of these courses here are in there, but now we have a broader understanding. Now we get into um, security and operating systems, and then the general elective stuff. Okay, great. Now here, the strong base stacking, these 2 certificates here, for example, HIN and HIT. HIN is more like a mid-level skills because it's more than 19, more than 18, more than 19 credits, and the HIT, it's entry level. So we got entry level, and between entry and mid-level skills, the HIN. Now, these 2 certificates here, entry level certificates, are still Cisco based. So that's why it's still is a strong base. This is Cisco oriented, and it goes into the network technology and administration option. So these 2 are stacking into that degree. So that's why it's a wider base. And there's a picture later on that we're going to see that gives a better representation of that. So how do these work? Well, the CCNA Fast Track entry level, when you're taking these courses here, these courses also overlap with HIN, and they overlap such as this, okay? Now, as you're working towards your CCNA, you declare the AS in Network Technology and Administration as your declared major, but you work from the entry level skills. As you work on the entry level skills, you're also working on towards this entry level skills and towards this entry level skills or mid level skills. Okay, they're both mid level, entry level. Now I want to note that yes, and the reason why you declare this one up here is that you, for any of the other certificates or the entry or mid level skills in which a course is required but is not in the entry or mid level of your declared major, it is going to be in, excuse me, if there is a course on the another entry level, mid level certificate that's required, but is not required in the mid level or in the entry level of this stack, it may be inside the degree itself on the top portion. And the 182 is up here on this top portion, okay? So that's why we say, hey, you know what, go declare in the Associates of Science top of the stack and work on the bottom so that you can have better coverage or viewing on all of the other degrees when you do a program evaluation. All right, so what does this mean? So look at that. You're working towards all of these different skills. Now, what's the difference here? The overlap is about 90%-ish. And with 2 courses, the Cisco CNA Security and the health information technology, health information networking, excuse me, for a wide-based focus on health and information and networking field. Now on this one here, there are two more courses as well, which is Health IT Concepts 1 and Health IT Concepts 2. And this gives you a wider base with expertise in the health technology. Okay, so that's why the stronger base is still maps into the same associate's degree in network technology administration option. And these courses technically are still Cisco-based curriculum, okay? And they're also in line with industry certification. Okay, so now our side stack is this. Here we're working towards the AS in networking, but the courses that you are taking on that column also maps, or you also overlaps with information technology security fast track. Check it out. And by the time you finish with the fast track and you start on, with the entry level fast track CCNA and you get into the mid level, you are also working in most of these entry levels on the IT security. And with the addition of the course Principles of Internet Security and Information Security Assurance, it gets you into the information security market, or the cybersecurity type of thing as you go up this stack. And similarly, you can go the other way. If you're in the Associate of Science in Information Technology security degree, and there's a mid-level and there's this entry level, you're also working towards a CCNA. So you have focus, your degree focuses on security, cybersecurity, information security, but you can get a side stack on CCNA as well, should you want. Okay, now here are the other fast track certificates, and the fast tracks are our entry levels. Okay, database management. This is where you find the big data, intro to big data in RStudio. In the mid-level skills, there's a second class for big data, and I think there's an analytical statistical analysis there too. Computer forensics, information technology security, you saw this. Cisco CCNA, we saw this. And our students in the workforce said, you know what, I already have my CCNA from 2000, but I need to, something happened, blah, 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 or from 2005 or 2010. I need to reskill. I need to take the CCNA exam again, but I don't want to go 4 semesters in order to take the CCNA. I mean, here, if you look at it with the prerequisites and all, you got to take a 110. Then after that, you got to take 162. Now, this one has that as a prereq, and this one has this as a prereq, and this one has that as a prereq. In one semester, you can only take 2 of these, the OAM 100, the 110, or 182. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, there's 5 semesters to finish this certificate, right? So students and the workforce said, you know what, that's just crazy. I mean, 4 semesters, 2 years. That's too much time. So is there any other way we can do that? Well, yeah. So we came up with this as a solution. Okay. We said, well, if we got the fast tracks for the entry-level skills fast track CCNA certificate, why not make the courses fast track? Well, that kind of makes sense. No, fast track cert, fast track courses, faster for graduation, faster turnaround on skills, and So, and that's what we did. So right now, if you go to the web advisor and do a search for CIT 110 fast track hybrid or CIT 110 fast track, you can register for all of these fast tracks at the same time. If web advisor doesn't allow you to, you got to go in and physically register at the registration desk and the OIM 100. So here's how it works. The CIT 110 fast track and 162 fast track, when you co-register with these two, you can take them at the same time. You should be able to take them at the same time, okay? And this here would be a month. Yes, a month. So you start in September and you end in September. So that's how long the course is. It's 1 month. Similarly with 162, October, 1 month. November for 167, boom, 1 month. 267, um, September, October, November, and 274 for December. So that's how it works. And this year, OIM 100, there's an exam that you can take, the exam out of it, or you can take it throughout the semester. It's an online typing course. Up to you. So that's how we did. We expedite that certificate, this fast track certificate with fast track courses, so students then can get in and get the CC or prepare for the CCNA faster. And this year, note to the wise or wiser, it's not a regular course per se in the essence. It is a expedited course. You need to have your act together in order to go in there. I mean, this is for if you have a tendency of slacking, that's not for you. Okay. Not to say that you should slack on any of your other classes. That's not what I mean. What I mean is it's going to take dedication and it's going to take time and dedication. So you should be, when you look at the schedule for these courses, you need to prepare yourself to really apply yourself in it. And there's the conceptual part, there's the learning part, and there's the hands-on part. And you're gonna learn a lot. And you're gonna put a lot. You're gonna learn a lot of theory, but you're also going to learn a lot of hands-on stuff. So we have the equipment in the labs as well. So prepare yourself is really, really good. I would definitely take these courses if my time allows, but it's a very good option. Okay, so here are the certificate stacks that we have, the stacks into degrees that we have, and their context. Now, any of our professors can advise you on any of these programs. However, we kind of put these into areas of expertise. Okay, so Professor Mahoney or Fernandez can help you with digital and computer forensics in investigation. Professors Mike Popolo or Diane Popolo can help you on the computer support specialist tracks. And this here has two base, or there's a strong base as well. But one, if you're dealing with applications support, this is software on the desktop software support, or Microsoft applications, okay, support. And on this side is more of the hardware. So you have the software and you have the hardware support. This is like Geek Squad and Apple, was it Genius Bar? Yeah, Genius Bar, or the Micro Center tech guy who fixes stuff on the side there. All right, that type of thing. So contact the Papolos. For database administration, program administration, contact Professor Harris Ocrona. For information technology security, contact Professor Mahoney or Fernandez. And here's a visual representation of that strong base stacking. You have three entry-level certificates or entry-level skills that map into the associates, okay? And the contacts here, Professor Eckerly or Professor John, Professor Briggs and Bergman for medical information management. And this block here means that we don't have an entry level for this column. It's just the mid-level skills. For computer science transfer and computer science concentration, Professor Dalto, Professor Miller. Now here's the new programs. Remember way back in the beginning where we mentioned that Bunker Hill has 100+ certificate degrees and programs, and the Bunker Hill, that the Computer Information Technology Department has 24 and counting. These are the end counting. Okay, we have Professor Miller is the contact for Android mobile application, and Professor Martignelli for gas utility technology, and Professor Wigfalls for electric power utility. Now, for those of you paying attention, what does gas utility have to do with computer information technology? When I first saw this, I said, I asked the same thing. Well, that's just crazy talk, people. But it does make sense. Let's spend a minute or two on this one. So we mentioned about very heavily our academies, right? Although the gas company is not technically an academy, but they are a huge partners. So the partnership with the local gas company, electrical, and the local electric power company, um, to us and say, look, we need to skill some students in the technology and the know-how of our industry, the gas and electric industry, and we would like your help with it. I said, okay. They come up with a curriculum similar to our Cisco, Oracle, and Microsoft Academy. They come up with a curriculum. Um, we get instructors trained in this curriculum or provide the instructors provided by these companies to train other instructors or to deliver some of these classes. Um, and we deliver to our students. So it's the same process as our other degrees. And now, um, and this here deals with the industry of gas and electric and the technologies therein. Okay, it's not technically, some of these technologies might not be digital or computer based, but it is in an area of technology. All right, and these are the two new programs we have, and we're very blessed to have these programs. These programs. All right, so in development and counting, part of that term, and counting in development, Professor Miller is working on the mid-level skills and the associate's degree for the mobile development. Right now we got Android, but I reckon that this middle here would be Apple, and then up here would contain Microsoft, okay, or the Windows mobile phone. Professor Delta, Professor Miller is a contact for this new uh, entry-level certificate on programming. I put this slide here. There's nothing being working on here actively, but we are in discussion of reaching out to the mathematics department for getting a double major in comp sci and mathematics. All right, so that's why this one's not highlighted red because it's not actively working on, but we are thinking about it. All right, so Professor Martegnelli and Wickfall, I believe they're working on the entry level and the mid level skills for the gas and electric power utility. Transferring. All right, so here we go. For transferring from or to other institutions, the same applies up here. I mean, you have to register for the other institution. If they haven't, you got to do your financial aid application. You got to complete the college application for us or them. You got to take AccuPlacer or any type of other exams that the other institution requires you to take. If there is a delay option, you may exercise that there. We definitely have one here. All right. Again, the degree that you're going for there, the degree that you're going for um, in this other institution that you're transferring to, you got to do your career track. And the same thing that we ask you guys to do in the beginning of this presentation, if you're transferring, you got to do the same thing. You got to make sure that that is the market, that is the degree that you wanna follow. Okay, and consider the financial and timelines of these. So the associate's degrees, there's three asterisks there. There's more or less 42% transfer possible here. And again, we are always coming up with new agreements. This is, notice that the list is a little bigger, right? Okay, so we're gonna cover these degree options. The transfer service department should always be contacted on whatever transfer you are interested in doing. And we have transfer folks into these universities, okay? It is a 4-year commitment. Ideally, when you transfer over, you already have completed 2 of those 4 years. It goes over. But Boston, Amherst, Lowell, um, then St. Louis State and Northeastern University were a few that. Um, oh my God, I messed up this slide. Okay, so the AS and IT transfer. Contact the transfer office department and Professor Wei Zhang at UMass Boston. He's the direct contact at UMass about this program. He can better advise you on the intricacies of transferring, but be in contact with both the Bunker Hill Transfer Department and Professor Wei Zhang. And we have placed people in the UMass Boston College of Management for BSIT, and these are the tracks available at the BSIT. Okay, business intelligence, computer forensics, information architecture, and system administration. For these two, the AS in computer science transfer and the AA in computer science work with the transfer department to transfer to UMass Boston College of Science and Mathematics for a BS in computer science. And we have also transferred folks into Tufts and out-of-state private and public university and colleges. All right. Now on AA in Computer Information System, work with the Transfer Service Department and Professor Peng Xu at UMass Boston, and we have success. And he can help you transfer your AA Comp Info Science system to the College of Management. The degree is BS in Management, Bachelor of Science in Management, and the major is in Management Information System, MIS. Okay. The Medical Information Management Associates work with the Transfer Department, and we have placed folks in the Health Management area of Northeastern University and Cambridge College. All right. Now this one, the Associates of Science and Computer Information Technology. This here has many different options, as we saw in the colorful slides back. So all of those, the networking, information security, database, eventually the mobile app, and such. These are specializing skills in IT field. Okay. And it can be a little more challenging to transfer these courses. However, we have folks who did transfer, but we got to work with our service or transfer service department and the offices of the other school. Your other school that you're planning to transfer to, they have a transfer department as well. So get in contact with somebody there, be in contact with our folks here, and between the two of us, we'll be able to figure out which courses can and cannot transfer, and make this process as easy for you as possible. Okay. Now, students with transcripts from should send this transcripts to the the enrollment desk. You got to go see the enrollment desk if you have transcripts from. Go see the enrollment desk if you have transcripts from your other universities or other colleges. All right. And if you're sending it via snail mail, you got to send it to the academic records. Now, the transfers office has workshops going on all the time. So I'm going to do a quick show and tell. We're going to do this. I'm going to show you the workshop area first, and then we're going to go straight into the web advisor and do a program evaluation. So you can identify the courses that you have taken, that you need to take, and do a search and register for course, and then we complete by showing you the contacts for the instructors. Okay, and we're doing that right now. It's just that it opens with Microsoft Experience browser, which is not very good. So okay, I'm gonna change change the sharing here to be another page. Here we go. Done. Is it done? Present to everyone. All right, it's presenting to everyone. So this is the transfer fair office, and they have workshops going on all the time. Here's their contact info on the right side. Okay, hours of operation and contact info. What they do for you guys as a service, and here on the right hand side are the workshops they have. They have workshops going on all the time. And look, August the 10th, it's Monday. So on Monday, there's a representative from UMass Lowell coming in and help students on transferring questions. And then the same day, there's an intensive workshop. So if you click there, it gives you the date, time, and location for where the representative is going to be. And this other one here, the intensive workshop, on the same day is at 4 to 6 on D1, D212. Okay. Now, the next part of the presentation is we got to do a program evaluation. So I give you all this information about the CIT department and programs and offerings that we have. But now, what are you going to do now? What's next? So what's next is to do a program evaluation. So if you go to Bunker Hill website, as displayed, up here on the left-hand side under My BHCC, okay, if you're a current student, you should be doing this, all right? If you a potential student or you're looking into this, you can do this as well, ish, all right? So current students, you go ahead and click on log in. Okay, when you click on log in, put in your username, your password, and then the next page you're going to see is something similar to this. I can't log in because I don't have access to a student account. And my account doesn't show you the same options that you would see. So right now I'm logged in as a guest, okay? And guests is limited. So next you would go under academic planning and click on program evaluation. All right, I'm going to click now, but it's going to fail because guests don't have access to that. So a program evaluation, it shows you which degree or certificate you have declared as your major. And if you see something there that does not jive with what you think you had, for example, a lot of our students think they're in networking or they're in database managing, but it shows that they're in general concentration. Well, that's wrong, right? So one thing you can do is go to the registration desk and do a program change form, or you can come see one of the instructors and we can help you out with that as well. So when you click go ahead and submit, it's going to show you all the courses that you have taken and the courses that you need to take. All right. Now, one other way to do that is, but the interface is not that user friendly. But what I like to do with students is for them to go to programs of study page on the website, choose by department, scroll down to CIT, and you notice that CIT is we offer the most out of every department. Yeah, because we're good like that. All right. So, and you pick what you're into. Let's say I'm in a mobile app certificate. Excuse me. Or information technology security. Let's say we're thinking about these two. So you go here and you write down the semester that you have taken each one of these courses. All right, and when let's say you already took these first two, or you already took the T110 or 182. Well, that means you can register for 118 or 162, and 162 and 100. Okay, so if this is what you are right now, if you're already taking 110 or 182. For the fall, you can register for 118 and 162 and 110, OIM 100. The OIM 100, there is an exam you can take to exam out, or you can take the course as is. Okay, and then that tells you that for the spring, for January, you got to register for 264 and 219. All right. No, no, take that back. 268 is a prerequisite for 219. So, well, right now, and I think for 268, the prerequisite is 110. So for the fall, you do 118, 162, and 268 for the fall. And then for the spring, in January 2016, is 264 and 219. Okay, so there's 2 semesters on this certificate here. So similarly with this other one here. All right, when you write down, and now you have an idea on when to take it. Now, another source of information is right here. In every single one of these grids, there's an overview of what the certificate's about. There's a career outlook, and then stuff that you will be able to do once you complete the certificate. Boom. All right, so here's another place to get more information if you feel like this is for you or not. All right. And I'm going to take this opportunity to, well, I'm going to show this later. We'll show this later. To do a little promotion here. When you log into the portal, I'm going to log in as myself. You should be checking out the to stay up to date on announcements and whatnot for the department. Come on now. The Computer Information Technology portal site. We have this very advising session posted here as an announcement, and we have other resources here that you should come in off and on to keep up with the new offerings that we have, that the department has. Okay, and let's go back to the presentation. Oh, no. Since I'm here on the Web Advisor, once you do a program evaluation, you got to do a search for sections, register for sections, and then search and register for sections. I'm a guest, so it's not going to work for me. All right, but for you, as logged in with your correct credentials, you'll be able to search for those courses and register for those courses. Okay. Now, if you just want to see, if you're a guest as me and you just want to see what courses are available, but you don't want to register for it, you could just go in here and do this and search for, let's say, the 162 fast track. Let's say if you look for the fast track option. All right, it's available. There's a time, date, and offering. What was the other one? 279. 279 was another one. All right. So here's an online course, the CCNA Security, and it's available. Okay. Look, there's only 3 seats available left. Now here we go, folks. Remember that I mentioned that the market is good for you guys. You guys are out there working, not taking many courses. So all of the different slew of courses we have done in the past, those that have low enrollment are going to be cut. Fortunately, this one will not. There's only 5 seats available. So you could be the one for the courses that are at risk of being cut or not being offered. You are the one who could make that course run. So go ahead and register right now. Okay. So let's go back to the presentation. And it's very critical. If the courses are canceled, then all of those students, including yourself, who might be interested in that course, have to wait another semester in order for that course to run. Okay, so it's imperative that you register sooner rather than later for these courses. Okay. All right. So in conclusion, there is a nice African parable I would like to share with you guys, and here it is. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up, and you know you must run faster than the fastest lion, or you're going to be either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, and every morning the lions wake up as well, and he knows he must outrun the slowest gazelle, or they're not going to have a meal. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're a lion or a gazelle. When the sun shines, you have better be running. I love this parable because it really goes in line with what we do here in IT. Information technology, it's like the gazelle, and we are the lion. I mean, sometimes we starve, and sometimes in most days we have a good meal. Um, in this is in good partnership with our academies. Our academies give us that edge to keep up with to give us the speed and keep up with the and catch the gazelles. Okay. Um, okay. So this concludes the formal presentation. If there are any questions, comments, or discussions, please feel free to voice them either by going to the YouTube channel and posting comments on the bottom there, or going to the Hangout page, event page, and asking questions there, to or signing into the presentation of this event and asking questions directly here as well. So I'm going to be here for another 4 minutes. We already went over our time, but I'll be here for another 4 minutes and uh, and see if there are any questions. I'm gonna mute my mic and drink some water for the time being, and waiting for those questions to come in. Just a quick note, folks. The for this semester is coming up. Um, the fall 2015. The last day to register for courses is the 4th, September 4th. Okay, that's the last day to register for courses. And courses are being canceled as of now. Start being canceled as of now. We had this week we cut 4 courses from being running in the fall. Okay, and the next week more courses about mid of next week around Wednesday. More courses are going to be identified to be cut. So it's imperative that you guys start registering right away. And it might be the only section for that course that you need um, in order to go for the next one, so that you don't wait another semester for to take that course. Okay. Okay, folks. So we have a minute. Have a minute left. What I like to do is show you the agenda for the next sessions, and here it is. Um, today was the last session for this week. Today's Saturday the 8th from 9 to 10. So we're 10 minutes over. Um, one week, next week, the week of the 10th, um, we're not going to have any sessions, but the week of the 17th and the week of the 24th is going to mirror this week. So 6 a.m. on a Monday, and then 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, 7 a.m. on a Wednesday, 7 p.m. on the Thursday, and 9 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. And the following week is the same. You guys can join this session via the tiny url.com/CIT department. That takes you straight to the YouTube channel. Or if you're a visual person, would like to look at the calendar and have a link to the calendar, that's it, CIT monthly calendar on a tiny URL. Okay. Now, going back to the presentation here, any and all of the instructors, as mentioned before, can help you on any and all of our programs. All right. But these are the area of expertise of our instructors. Uh, Feel free to contact them. Feel free to contact the department. And there isn't any there isn't any other questions. So we're going to conclude. Excuse me, what happened here? Oh, yeah, there we go. We closed it. Right here, and then here. Okay, so any and all instructors can advise our students on any of these programs, any and all programs, but these are the area of expertise. Um, hopefully this has been um, hopefully this presentation has been useful to you, and thank you for joining.